Hello, welcome back to Virtua Plays.
Hello.
We are dancing in the shadows.
Yes.
Back with Alan.
Hello again.
My friend from Japan. Playing Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi?
Yes, which isn't included on the title screen.
I'm almost certain I've never played this.
I played this a lot.
Normal or non-shuriken?
I think, yeah, it's just basically got your shuriken, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the levels is to do.
No, that's odd. Yeah, I'm almost certain I've never played this.
I played this a lot. My cousin had it on his Mega Drive. I do own this game myself, but I bought it years later.
Okay.
Sometime in the mid-2000s. In those beautiful days when Mega Drive games were £1.
£1?
I clearly remember, I have a very clear memory.
Oh, dog. I've just used my magic, haven't I?
Magic.
Idiot.
The dog is the reason I like this game, probably, but I'll get into that later. So if you hold the B button, you can actually use your dog to attack.
Oh, that's amazing!
Yes. If he gets hit, he turns into a little puppy and he can't attack for.
If
you press up and jump, you'll jump up there.
Okay.
So yeah, I very clearly remember in the early noughties, before retro gaming was a thing, when video games were just obsolete.
Yeah.
As soon as the next generation started, you'd go into Game, which is like, I guess,
GameStop.
Yeah, the UK's version of GameStop. And
one hit kills.
Yes. And they just have walls of 16-bit games for £1. Because they just wanted to get rid of them. And I bought quite a few, and in retrospect I wish I'd brought more, because now you could even sell the terrible games for £5, which is 5 times profit. I sold Chakan the Forever Man for £10.
Yeah, but that's not in the list of terrible games, is it?
I don't like Chakan the Forever Man.
It's amazing.
I don't like it.
It's solid.
Maybe that's why I don't like it.
It's absolute. No, I don't know if it's amazing or not, but it's
a very hard game.
Absolutely solid.
Yeah. But yeah, so I bought this for £1 maybe in the early 2000s.
God, these guys are bothering me.
But my cousin had it, and because everyone in England had a Mega Drive.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just I like the dog a lot, but Shinobi's one of my favourite Sega franchises.
Yeah, you do love Shinobi, don't you?
I love Shinobi.
That's why you moved to Japan.
Yes, because I wanted to become one.
Okay, so I need to think about what I'm doing.
3 Shinobi games are probably three of the best Mega Drive games.
Yeah, I never owned any of them. We didn't have them on our Mega Drive at home, so I'm just like, that's why I needed to do that. Yeah, I'm really like no experience with them. We may have had them on one of those Mega Games compilations.
Yeah, I think the first game was on a Mega Games compilation.
Whoa.
Another story I have of Shadow Dancer.
Go on.
So, Shadow Dancer is a very confusingly named game.
It's really confusing.
Because this is called Shadow Dancer: The Secret of Shinobi.
Yes.
And the first game was an arcade game called Shinobi, and that was ported to the Master System. And I think that there's an unlicensed NES version which was done by Tengen.
Okay.
I believe Tengen was an offshoot of Atari. I can't remember.
Right.
But so then the second arcade game was called Shadow Dancer. And they released Shadow Dancer on the Master System, and they released it on the Mega Drive. And the Shadow Dancer on the Mega Drive is an entirely unique game. And Shadow Dancer on the Master System is a port of the arcade game.
Okay, this is getting confusing already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I was 10 years old, I didn't know this because we didn't have the internet to check things up like that. So I played Shadow Dancer. I didn't have a Mega Drive at the time. My cousin said I had a Master System. If there's any Americans watching this, maybe what a lot of you won't know is the Master System was significantly bigger than the NES in the UK. Yeah. And also the Master System lasted until the mid-90s as a budget console. So I got a Mega Drive in '93, which of course at that point the Mega Drive was probably 4 years old. I'd had a Master System since 1990. And so I played my cousin's Mega Drive version of this game and I really liked it. And one time at a flea market or whatever, we saw the Master System one. And I assumed all the Master System one was the same game, and it isn't. It's a port of the Master System version, and it's really hard. And for years and years, literally years, I couldn't get past the first level. And I always felt really guilty because my grandmother bought it for me.
So you always tried.
Yeah, and I tried, I just couldn't get, and I played it on emulation recently and I beat it, and I thought it took me 20 years to do that.
Finally, though, you've achieved it.
Yeah, but it's
I think that was quite common though back then. You know, the different ports.
Yeah.
On the different. Oh, these rocks. They're driving me insane.
It's because you just need to carry forward. It's because you're going backwards.
I'm scared though that the guys are going to. I'm going to pass the controls on.
Okay. Hello.
Like
downtown.
Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System.
Yeah,
it's a completely different game to the Mega Drive one. That was a similar thing with us. I'd seen the Mega Drive version on TV and stuff, and we only had a Master System. And so I was surprised then to get the Master System version, and it was a completely different game. Sonic 2 is an even bigger deal, I think. Like the Master System of that is so different to the Mega Drive one.
Yeah, completely different.
I hate the Master System one. It's terrible.
I don't like the Master System version of Sonic 2 either.
No, it's got really awful paragliding sections.
Yes, they're very hard to control.
Yeah, they're shocking.
I love the Master System version of Sonic 1. It's one of my favourite 8-bit games.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I've finished it so many times.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Great Master System game.
It really is.
You're doing a lot better than I was.
I've got a lot of experience with this game. I don't think I've ever finished it, but I can generally get pretty far. The thing with the Shinobi games is they are recognised as genuinely being difficult.
Yeah, they are. They are.
But in the best sense, they're difficult, but they're fair. And I don't mind that. I don't like hard games when I feel the designers are just trying to stiff me.
Yeah.
This just feels difficult.
Whoa.
Because it requires skill.
I was reading some quite good stuff about some of the Shinobi games recently, where you probably know more about this than me, but like some of them had like stuff from licensed properties in it, and they had to change them for like the UK version.
That's the first one. They had to change them for every version.
They have like Batman in it or something.
There's Batman, there's Spider-Man, there's Godzilla.
Brilliant. I love that.
The big ones. And it's really interesting because some of them they were licensed, but the licenses ran out. So when they released them on Virtual Console, they had to change them.
Right.
And for another ones, they just never asked for the license.
That's weird, isn't it?
But yeah, I think it's the first one. There's the Godzilla, which they changed that to just a...
Like a mech robot.
I think they changed it to just a dinosaur skeleton.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, I never was very good at this because I just basically hammered the button. I suppose you're meant to put a little more time into it than that.
I think whatever works.
Nah, because it doesn't work though, because I always end up missing one.
Is the objective to hit them all?
Yeah.
If you miss one, do you fail?
Yeah.
Seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, and you always miss one.
Oh.
Told you.
Oh, you're doing alright. Can you die here?
No, this is just a bonus thing. Yeah, the first one, I think the Spider-Man, they just literally changed his palette to green.
Okay.
And Batman, they just turned into like a vampire bat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen the vampire bat one. Yeah.
The funny thing is, of course, because nowadays, because of emulators, I'm sure you could find every version of the game.
I'm sure you can, yeah. Yeah.
The one I'd like to play is the version of Zelda 64 with the red blood.
Oh really?
Which never got released in the UK. It was the Japanese version.
Crazy.
It's like version 1, and I think the only actual blood is, you know, at the end of the game when you, spoilers, defeat Ganondorf.
Yeah. Oh, don't. I didn't know that.
No.
What?
I know I wasn't expecting that.
You're gonna have to edit that out.
I know, or at least put a bleep in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Go away. He coughs up green blood.
Right.
I think in version 1, it's actually red blood.
Got you. Yeah, those weird like regional differences are always quite interesting. But the Shinobi one's one of my favourites that I've heard. It's wicked.
It is really interesting.
Has your dog just turned into a puppet?
I told you, if he gets hit, he turns into a little dog.
That's quite interesting.
So these guys, you just have to go really up close to them and you use your sword.
One of the things that I noticed about the dog, which was a bit odd, is that you charge him up, don't you, to use it? But you can't pre-charge it. You can't start charging it before the enemies are on the screen.
Oh really? I've
doesn't
never
work.
noticed that.
Like he only works once the enemy's on screen.
That's pretty cool.
So I noticed that. It was confusing me a few times. So what I know we've gone into the order of Shinobi games a little bit, but which game is this chronologically? Is this 3? Or is it just impossible to know because
I think
they're different on
do you mean
different consoles?
chronologically in terms of when it was released?
Sorry,
in
order it was released, yeah.
If I had to guess, it's the second, I believe it's the second Mega Drive one. Because it's the second Mega Drive one because the third Mega Drive one's actually called Shinobi 3. think in Japan it's called the Super Shinobi, which makes it sound like it's a SNES game.
So this would be,
I think,
because the Master System one was the first Shinobi.
I'd say this is the first one overall. Fourth one overall, sorry, because it'll be Shinobi.
Revenge of
Shinobi, then it'll be Shadow Dancer. Then it'll be Shinobi 2 on the then it'll be the first Shinobi on the Mega Drive, which is, I think, is called the Return of Revenge of Shinobi.
Yeah.
And then it'll be this one, the Secret of Shinobi, which is called Secret of Shinobi on the box, but apparently not the title screen. So I don't know if they added that to the Mega Drive box to try and differentiate them.
Those things are weird sometimes, aren't they?
Yeah, you do see a couple of things, like with the Japanese, with the game. I can't remember which one it is. It might be Gyro. I can't remember what they're called, but on the Famicom, you know the games that come with with Rob the Robot.
Oh yeah.
One of those games is called. It has a different name in the US than it does to Japan, but they just use the Famicom cartridge set because there's no language in the game.
Oh right, okay.
So the box says whatever the Western name is.
Yeah.
But when you start the game up, it uses the Japanese name.
Nice.
I can't remember which one it is though.
I've got another example.
Even though there's only two of them. I can't remember which one it is.
My example of that from my childhood is Rambo 2 in America. For the PAL release, they didn't have the Rambo license, so they called it Secret Commando. And I had that on the Master System, and on the box it said Secret Commando, which is the correct title of the game. On the cartridge it said Secret Command.
Oh right.
Like they've just got the label wrong.
That's interesting.
So but I mean I've since found that on the internet, on those sites where they're like scanning artwork.
Yes.
And it turns out that you can buy it with Secret Commando on the cartridge and on the box.
Oh, so did you have like an early one?
I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it's a limited version. It's worth thousands of pounds.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, someone who's trying to collect every version of Secret Command.
I need to find that in my mum's loft. But yeah, it was Secret Commando on the box, and on the cartridge it was Secret Command. And I never knew which one was the correct one.
I personally always go by whatever is on the
title screen. Yeah, that was the.
I'm not doing very well.
What? I like this wall face guy.
I don't.
He's good. Do you like him now? How you think?
I like him now.
Yeah, he's good. I like him. He's creepy.
Yeah. I think he's easier than the first boss because the first level boss is quite difficult.
Yeah.
Because he covers his face and he has a really small hit point. It's just his face.
This guy got hit in the eye.
Maybe I've messed up. Oh, I'll just use my magic to
nice.
Hopefully
that's going to work.
Yes, it did.
That was good use of magic.
It was.
That's like the optimal.
I was literally one frame from death.
You did well. Got those reaction times down. Yeah. Another bonus. Is this the same?
Yeah.
Bonus stage.
On the first game, it's a first-person one, and there's like two conveyor belts.
Oh, where you're throwing shurikens. Yeah, forward. I remember that. Yeah. Shuriken, not shurikens.
Shuriken.
Yeah.
So Ken, I asked my wife.
Go on.
She's told me that Ken. I knew Ken means sword.
Okay.
And Shuri means kind of like hidden in your hand.
Alright, it's like hidden sword.
Yeah, basically, it's like a secret sword or something.
Do you think Ken in Street Fighter was named Ken because he's got fists like swords? Or do you think he's just called Ken because they thought it was an American name?
I go for the second one. Yeah. Honestly, Ken is a very...
Yeah, that's an American name.
Yeah, you're like, what's the stereotypical American name? I'm sure if it was in English, it'd be called George.
Yeah.
George Masters.
Ken Masters. Brilliant. I really don't like that background texture on the stage. It's bothering me. It's bothering my eyes.
It's a bit poo.
It's really pooey. Yeah. It's just bothering me.
It's just not enough colours on the Mega Drive.
No. Run out of RAM.
Dog, get it. Oh dear.
I'm really into that dog.
The dog. As I say, one of the reasons I love this game so much as a kid is because I like the dog. Now
dog
I like
is
it
wicked.
because you're a bit older. I can maybe appreciate the level design and so on a bit more. It's just a really well.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
They're very Spider-Man.
They are. I like the way they like creepily crawl across the ground.
I can't see the discus man.
Excellent. Power up. What does the power up mean?
My attack is blue. If you look at my attack now, my shurikens.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Sugar.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's a hard game. I mean, the thing that makes it hard ultimately is the fact it's one hit kill.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean,
Made me
Contra
nervous.
games.
Yeah, I've always felt like Shinobi games, and particularly in watching this, they really benefit from like memorization of the.
Oh
levels.
yeah, it is.
Like knowing where the enemies are going to pop up.
But I
think that was quite common back in the day.
That's what games were at the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of memory tests in a way.
Yeah.
It's like when you see those, or it's either a memory test or knowing how to exploit the mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like you see those guys who are really good at Pac-Man. It's because they basically they understand how the game is played so well that they're essentially controlling the ghosts at the same time.
Sure. Yeah.
Because you said in a previous video.
They've all got different AI routines.
Yeah, they got one of them. One of the ghosts follows you. One of them actually tries to stay away from you.
Yeah.
So,
I never knew that as a kid, but it's really interesting to find out now that all the ghosts have their own AIs.
Yeah.
Like,
well, what I mean, younger people, if there's anyone in their 20s watching this video, they won't know that gaming wasn't it wasn't a mainstream thing. It was something that kids did.
Yeah.
It's something that kids did, and it didn't have anywhere near the mainstream exposure.
Yeah, they were toys essentially, weren't they? Really?
Yeah, I mean there was Games Master, which was a popular TV show, and that got very big viewers. But especially like the idea of it being a mainstream thing in the way it is now, where it's a legitimate hobby almost, and you can make a career out of playing games. Like the idea of competitive gaming
like
blows my mind.
Stuff. Yeah.
The idea that you can get paid to be good at Smash Brothers, absolutely. If you'd have told me that 20 years ago,
you would have been in training.
Yeah, well, never good enough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, it's just and people like PewDiePie and whatever are making careers out of playing video games online, and people watch it and so on.
Yeah, it's definitely bigger than it ever was.
Yeah, and but because saying that is,
did you finish that level?
No, I did not died.
Oh right, okay. I was going to say that. I thought
no. I think each level has 3 stages.
Okay.
It's the Sega 3 stages. So that's the rules of Sega at the time is bosses take 8 hits.
Yeah.
6 to 8 hits, and the stages are split into 3 parts.
That's totally true, isn't it?
It's like Nintendo's bosses take 3 hits.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate because I generally hate boss fights, so anything that makes them shorter works for me.
I love these green guys. I wish they were in this stage more.
I think they might be close to the top. Anyway, what I was saying is that, there just wasn't the avenue. I mean, obviously a big part of that's the internet as well, but there wasn't the avenue to find out background information about games.
Oh no, there wasn't.
Like you had no idea if there was.
Oh, that jump is annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my own fault. I need to move back further. Yeah, the amount of information you get about games now. There's no way for you to know that Blinky had a particular command.
No, and things like that, especially in the arcades, it was like rumour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like or on the playground. Just want to say, if you do this happens.
Okay.
And you would believe it. And
so, what is the playground rumour that you best remember?
The playground. I can answer this immediately. The playground rumour I best remember is Tomb Raider. The first Tomb Raider game, the Nude Code.
Were you one of those? Were you a lonely boy, Matthew?
No, well, me and some friends. It was always
for hours.
It was always the rumour that you could undress Lara Croft.
Yeah.
If you and the specific rumour that I remember was that if you made her jump to the rhythm of "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls. Which, thinking about it now, that is a ridiculous thing. Like, how would they have programmed that in? But it was that if you like made a jump to the rhythm of that song.
Wow.
So we tried that for a good amount of time.
Yeah. I heard the nude rumour, of course.
Yeah, that was it wasn't a thing. It was never a thing.
I'm one of the rare British gamers who's never owned a PlayStation.
Yeah, so that's
there's me and Nigel from school.
Yeah, that never cropped up.
Yeah, so I obviously I knew about Tomb Raider and I knew about. See, I'm not powered up because there's not enough.
Not enough time.
No, there's not enough. I've freed the slaves.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, because I've freed the slave characters. I've not got my power up.
I think that there were always rumours about like the Mortal Kombat games as well, about the fatalities, because in later Mortal Kombat they'd add in like babalities and friendships and things.
Yeah,
there was always a lot of rumours of did you know
you
can do this where you turn them into this.
Isn't that a lot of Mortal Kombat things stuff they put in because of fan rumour?
Yeah, big time.
Because like Shenlong in Street Fighter, that was because of the mistranslation.
Shenlong, isn't that Mortal Kombat?
No. In Street Fighter 2, I think it's the World Warrior. Ryu goes, "You must defeat Shenlong."
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
That was like a really. have to use my magic.
Yeah,
it's a really bad translation. They translated Dragon Punch as Shenlong. In the Japanese, he basically says, you're going to have to learn to cope with my Dragon Punch if you want to beat me.
Yeah.
But someone translated, they thought Shenlong was a person, and they actually ended up
like doing him as a character.
Capcom actually turned him into a character. Because isn't he like Ken's trainer? He killed.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. In deep Street Fighter lore.
Yeah. I mean, you know more about that than me because you're playing all of the Street Fighters.
All of the Street Fighters.
I've played one of the Street Fighters. I've played Street Fighter 2, and that's it.
I mean, one of the Mortal Kombat things is that when they released, I think it was Mortal Kombat 2 in the arcades, they released it before it was actually finished.
Right.
And it didn't have all of the fatalities and stuff in it, and they weren't all complete. And people would discover how to do the fatalities just by trying things.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, discovered them all and, published them or whatever. And they would enter magazines of, oh, this is how you do the fatalities.
Yeah.
And then Midway just totally changed them all. Again, I don't know whether they were just annoyed that everyone worked it out too fast or.
I'd be happy that people cared enough to figure stuff out if I was a pro.
Yeah. But yeah, Mortal Kombat in the arcade was very much like a rumour mill kind of. Oh, we've worked out how to do this, and especially because a lot of the stages had hidden things like you could knock them off the bridge and stuff.
Yeah,
people would just make up things you could do in other stages.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. People would make stuff up. The one I remember is there was so obviously Pokemon was very big when I was when we were 13, and I forgot the name actually.
That's crap, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously Mew was the big one. And this is before. Nowadays it's great because, well, not great, but you can get like I recently got Marshadow by getting the code from game.
Yeah.
And you can I got my I can't remember what Arceus by going to a game and getting it over the Wi-Fi or the secret message thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. But in the back in the day you had to go to Toys R Us and queue up to get your Mew.
Yeah, get it traded by a member of staff or whatever.
So I never had an official Mew.
No, do you get one from like a Game Shark or something?
Yeah, my Mew. Yeah, but which means that I can't move it up to.
Oh right, yeah,
Sun and Moon
it's not legitimate.
Yeah, they won't let you have illegitimate ones.
Just before we wrap up,
okay,
I wanted to say something about Arceus.
Okay.
For Christmas, I received two, weirdly, Amazon Echoes, which are like little voice-activated boxes you have in your house. They're like Siri, but you're just in your kitchen or whatever. Can you play this song, or what's the weather like today?
Yeah.
Voice-activated AI thing.
I saw them in that episode of South Park.
Oh right, okay.
Cartman's ordering balls or something.
Yeah. Earlier today, I asked my Echo, her name's Alexa. I asked her Alexa Bliss. I asked her what her favourite Pokemon was, and she said Arceus.
Wow.
And then I said why, and she told me all about Arceus, which I thought was weird. That is a weird thing. What's your favourite Pokemon? She had an answer, and it was Arceus. And then she told me like what type Arceus was, and like which generation it came in, and all that. And I just thought it was odd. That was interesting.
Well, just to finish my rumour story, there was a rumour. That is very interesting that they chose Arceus as well. She didn't just say Pikachu.
Yeah, I expected Pikachu. Yeah.
There was a very long-standing rumour that I believe that you could get Mew by doing all this weird stuff, and it ended up with Mew being hidden under a truck.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I totally remember that.
Yeah, I don't think I tried it because
there was too much involved.
Yeah, it was like literally like I'll just Game Shark it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's probably others that I can't.
Oh man, I totally remember that.
There's others that I can't remember. Well, that's the one that always sticks in my head.
Yeah. But, I mean, they were publishing magazines, these rumours, weren't they? Like, magazines would publish, like, false cheats and stuff, and it was just... Yeah. It was all hearsay.
Yeah.
I think it's time for us to wrap up.
That is, there's a lot of...
Shadow Dancer, Secret of the Shinobi.
Shadow Dancer, Secret of the Shinobi, I believe.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, okay.
It's
good though.
Yeah, it's
great
a great
dog.
game. I really recommend them to anyone who has access to an emulator.
Best dog in games.
One of my favourite
on the Mega Drive.
Oh, on the Mega Drive, definitely.
Top 5 dogs.
That ranking the Mega Drive dogs.
Yeah, really good. Really good. Look forward to the top 5 dogs video coming soon. Hot content. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone.
Catch you.
Hope you enjoyed the video.
Catch you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
They'll never know if I'm defeating shit.